I took a break from doing homework, and I was so tempted to not go on social media. But I advocate for certain people and I post daily. So I knew I'd have to go on there eventually. But the reason I didn't want to go on there was because I have become so fucking disgusted by the way some of you talk and pass judgment and your disgusting racist comments and pointing fingers. And half of you don't even know what the fuck you're talking about. I really highly doubt that in China they decided to make a disease so thousands and thousands of their own people would get sick and die. And then they decided to send some of those people around the whole world to get everybody else sick and kill a whole bunch of fucking people. Because that's obviously the assumption you're making. Because I guarantee that they did not do this themselves. It might have originated there by, and nobody knows how. You're being so self-righteous that, well, they did it to hurt us. They did it because they're dirty, they're nasty, they're this, they're that. You don't know. Have you ever been there? Do you know how they fucking live? What makes you an expert on how somebody else lives? They may travel here, but guess what, honey? A whole shitload of us, and not just the United States and Canada, but lots of other countries travel to China every single day of the year, every fucking year. So it was just passing on, passing on, passing on. This is no pointing fingers. Nobody made this happen. And I'm so sick and tired of people going on the internet and bashing China for something that they had no control over. You know how many diseases are in fucking America that we have given to other people? What about the Indians? The Europeans came over and pretty much wiped out the Indian civilization by bringing them over diseases that they were immune to, but the Indians weren't. So what gives you the right to sit there and pass judgment? And you know what blows my mind is half of you can't even fucking think for yourself. Try doing some research. You hear something on social media, or you see somebody write a post or do a video, and, well, it's on social media, so it must be true. So now I'm going to go around and I'm going to do the same post, and I'm going to talk shit about all these fucking people that I've never met, a country I've never fucking been to, and blame them for everything. When what I should be doing is trying to find a way to make this a positive. Blaming somebody or a bunch of people is not going to get us anywhere, but make this world more hateful, more racist, more cruel, more divided than it already is. Instead, why don't you call a family member or a friend or a neighbor, or try calling retirement homes where the elderly are alone and scared, since they're the most at risk, and find out if maybe you could talk to somebody, be somebody's support system. If you don't have any cases in your area, and you have a sick neighbor or somebody who can't get to the store, ask them if they need anything. Do something positive instead of sitting on your fucking ass all day in front of your computer and passing judgments about people you don't know, you have never met, about shit you don't know nothing about. Because I guarantee you're spending more time bashing people than you are researching about how this originated if anyone knows how it originated, because so far they don't. They think they might, but they don't know for a fact. You don't know anything about it because you're not paying attention, you're not researching, you're not educating, you're just too busy bashing people. It's because of people like that that me and many, 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 many other parents have to raise our children and protect them and shield them so fucking tight because we're so terrified of people like you hurting them or making them believe something that isn't true, screwing up their heads, making them afraid of the world, which they should be now, because I am 45 years old, and although it was still bad back then, it is 1,000 times worse today than it was when I was a kid. At least back then, we didn't have to lock our doors. Our kids were able to go out into the street and play hockey, play soccer, go play baseball. Bye, Mom. I'll see you at dinner time. You think that happens now? No fucking way. My son is never, ever, ever, ever for a second out of my sight unless he is at school. And other than school, he is always with me. That little boy has special needs. He deals with a lot of things, a lot of shit every fucking day. He has dealt with stigma, bullying, judgment, and where did he learn that from? Or where did the people that do that, where the kids that do the bullying and judge others, there's only one place they could have learned that from. My son does not deserve to grow up in a world like that, and neither do any other of those children out there. They deserve to be treated and respected and loved just like everybody else. This world has become so fucking ignorant and racist and judgmental and mean and cruel because you people have become so fucking opinionated and always listening to everybody else instead of thinking for yourself. Try being your own person instead of being an asshole. I guarantee all those people over there did not ask to lose a mother, a father, a child, an aunt, uncle, niece, grandparents. They've lost thousands and thousands of family. Did you ever stop to think how they feel? Of course not, because you're too busy pointing the finger. Take a long, good look in the mirror. What the fuck have you ever done for anyone? Have you ever killed someone drinking and driving? Have you ever beat somebody up because they looked at you the wrong way? Or beat on your girlfriend? Or hurt your kid? Or cheat on a test? Get a speeding ticket? Cut somebody off? I don't care what it is. There is not a person on this planet that has not done something from a little mistake to a big ass fucking mistake, and they're spending the rest of their life in prison. There's not a person on this planet that does not have shame or regret or wish they could go back in time and change it. Instead of becoming one of those people, which you probably already are, stop and think before you open your ignorant mouth and think, how am I going to bash somebody when I've done this, this, and this in my life? What gives me the right to judge somebody else? I guarantee there is something in your past you would give anything to change. And the last time I checked, the only person on this fucking planet, in this fucking universe, that's perfect, is God. And honey, you ain't him.